Okay, guys, this is part 2 of making our large zipper pouch. Okay, well, I'm making a super large one. I have spent, hopefully by now, you haven't spent as long as me, but I have spent a very long time before I could come back on here and start part 2 quilting my fabric. So I'm finished. How about you guys? Hopefully you're finished. Quilting came out nice. I did just linear. I didn't do any diagonals because I don't have time to do all that. The linear looks just fine. Both panels are done. The back side is felt. The front side is our outer part of our back quilted. Okay. Then we've got our liner over here. Now we're ready for the next step. According to our instructions, okay, quilt if you like, 1 inch, her measurements. This whole project of hers, most of the measurements are leaving a 1.5 inch seam around it. Just 1/2 inch. Everything's about 1/2 inch. There's only a few places where it's different. So, a 1/2 inch seam around everything. Okay. Next, we need to do our zipper tabs. Okay. Okay. Well, I did not think of what fabric I wanted to use for the zipper tabs. So, I tell you what, I'm not prepared. So, let's do it here while I'm on here with you. I guess what I'll do is use more of this beautiful fabric. Where did I put the rest of it? Hold on, guys. Because you can actually just cut your zipper tabs. Let me find the dang fabric. Oh, here it is. Found it. This room. I've got stuff flying everywhere. So cool when you get in a project, but it's not cool when you got stuff everywhere. Okay, we need to cut us some little squares to cover up the zipper tab. So she's recommending trim the zipper 1/2 inch and cut some. She didn't tell me how big. She may have, and I didn't catch it. Okay, let's trim the zipper first. I've lost my. There they are. Okay, let's trim the zipper first. We don't want to trim too much. We're just going to square off the ends about like that. And that. Okay, so that we're ready to put the tabs on. So, just square at the ends. Mine's going to be longer, mind you. This is an old school zipper, okay? Probably for a pair of pants. I don't know how this is going to work, but anyway. All right, my new fabric here. Now what we want to do is we want to put our tabs on the end of our zipper. This is relatively easy. I'm just going to wing it and cut these, but you're going to probably, I'm going to show you the size because it's not that difficult. You just need 2 of them. You don't really even need to measure them because you're going to trim away the excess. So it's really not as hard as you might think. I'm just going to fold this fabric in half, put a pin in it, and cut me a little bit of material free that will make some good little tabs for my back. Okay. Let me see if I've got the right size before I go showing you all this, okay? Let's see what I've got here. Well, I think that's good enough. I made mine kind of small. But basically that's all you need is 2 little squares of whatever fabric. You could either use your liner fabric, my stripy fabric I could have used, or you can use your fabric for the outer. I'm using my fabric for the outer. Now, in an ideal world, you would go and iron this and fold it. The way she recommends folding it and ironing it is like this. So you would fold one edge over, then the other edge and iron it. And that just makes it simpler to just fit it over the tab like this. I'm not being picky because for purposes of this video, I'm going to move my zipper back a little and you can pin it. An easier way, I think, to do it, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn you around, we're going to do it a little easier method than she did it. And what we're going to do is we're going to sew one side of it first and then sew the other. So before we do that, we're just going to pull our zipper back and do a little fake stitch right here because we're going to end up cutting that anyway. Or it's going to be under the tab. So right here, we're going to just sew a little stitch to hold it together. Okay. And just so that, well, darn it. Wait a minute. I made a boo-boo. I should have been paying better attention. But this is the hard part of trying to video and do it at the same time. There we go. That's enough. Okay. We got it. We're not trying to sew this together. We're just trying to sew it together so it will fit. It won't move around when we put it. So now the edges are sewn together. So what I'm going to do is fold over one end of your little tab. And I'm going to place that right here in the front. And we're going to sew over that, leaving the other end just free. Okay. So we're going to put it in our machine and just sew a top stitch around that part. So make sure your zipper's out the way. And we're going to sew that first. It's a good idea to hold your stuff in place, guys, with your little tool because it's not easy to do this stuff. Okay, here we go. Front, back. If it catches in your zipper, just walk it past, okay? I knew I was going to do that. Just for like two, make sure you straighten it because it will pull in one direction. You don't want that. This one doesn't want to, I don't know what he's doing. Hold on, I got to find an area where I can get him. There we go. Let's try again. There we go. Okay. Tab is down. Now, when you finish, and don't forget to back stitch to make sure it stays. Cut your free string. When you finish, it's going to look like that, okay? Now we're going to do the other side. Fold it under once, and then fold it again. Okay? Or you can just fold it like that. Nobody's going to see it. You don't have to double fold it. I'm just going to do mine like this because it's going to be tucked in the bag because that's the back side of the zipper. You're not even going to see it. Okay? So I'm going to just sew it together again, just like we did before, holding everything in place. You can pin, if you'd like, you can pin. Because quite frankly, it might help. Or you can iron it first. That's fine. You know, looks like I'm going to have troubles here. I don't have a zipper footer. That's what I need to tell y'all. I do not have a zipper footer. So this is a bit challenging for me. I'm going to buy one. I just haven't yet. All right. When you finish that, pull it out. Now yours obviously is probably going to be a lot straighter and nicer than mine. Okay. I've got to fix the side. Hold on, guys. I've got one side a little off. So I'm going to start from the back. There you go. All right, cut all your excess string off. Yours is probably going to look a lot too high. Now we're ready to trim the ends off of that end, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and do both sides. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. The initial one I want on the front side, I want it rolled under. So let's do that one neat. And again, she has a better method. I'm just doing the quick method because I'm videoing. So you can do a better method because I want you to really go check her out anyway. I mean, I'm definitely not as skilled as her. Hers comes out so professional looking. I'm going to get there though. We're going to get there, guys. Thanks for practice, persistence. This is so silly, this machine. She doesn't like, and I have a new denim needle in there for this reason because I was going to do this project. All right, so it's looking like that again. Now we're going to fold it. Now this one I am going to double fold under because it looks good when I do that. So it'll come out looking like that. Put it in there. We're going to sew. Oh, I meant to flip it over. I'm sorry. Put it in here. Flip it over. Make sure the ends are good. Let's do this one. Oh, what do you think happened, guys? What do you think happened? My thread came out. It always does. Always does. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know if that happens to you. Is it me? Is it user error? Or does it normally do that? I mean, I'm very concerned that my thread keeps coming out all the time. All right, let's rethread this needle. We were on a roll there. We were ready to start attaching our zipper to our fabric. And then we ran into a problem. That's okay. Let me know if you have any better formulas or ideas or better ways to do this project. I'm always like I love learning multiple ways. There are so many ways that you can do it, making zipper pouches. There's so many different ways. And I plan on learning a bunch of different ways because I think they're precious and they're so practical. Excellent gifts for Christmas. Excellent to say, hey, look what I made you. I mean, birthday gifts, wedding shower gifts. Ooh, do not try this at home. Okay, we're going to have to move this up a minute. Oh, I almost broke my needle, it looked like. See, if it won't go through, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm too close up. I should have went further back. Here, there we go. We're just going to have to do this. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if it worked. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, so if you come to a snag like that, if you're too close to the zipper ending, which is what I was, because I'm not being super careful like I do when I'm not on camera, since it should be the opposite, shouldn't it? But when I'm on camera, I'm trying to make a video and I'm not concentrating like I normally would. Okay. Now, you should have two ends covered like this, okay? What we're going to do now is trim here and trim here to trim our excess off, okay? So you're going to go here, here. Look how nice that looks. Very nice. Do the same on the other side. Here. Looks nice. Okay. Our zipper is ready for application. Okay. So what's next? Let's get our notes. We did the zipper, trim zipper. We did that. All right. Moving on. Next. Well, this was smart. I stapled it over the instructions. Okay. Face up outer, upside down zipper. Okay. So face up outer, upside down zipper. Flip your zipper over. Make sure that your zipper is at least a little bit unzipped. I usually do mine like almost all the way down because as we're sewing, we're going to have to reach under there and move it out the way. So I drew a diagram. So your outer should be face up. So outer, face up outer, upside down zipper, and line up. We did that. And then center it. And then the liner goes on top of that upside down. So take one of your liners, turn it upside down. See, this is the good side. We're going to turn it to the bad side facing up and put it all the way up here where your zipper is. Now you want to line the zipper. I didn't do it in the center. And sandwich it in between. Okay. So it should, in effect, look like this. Your zipper's in here. Okay. When you're sewing this is the tricky part. When you're sewing this, when you feel that zipper stop, lift up your footer and move the zipper out of the way. Push it back with your fingers to the other side and then keep going. Okay. So my zipper's down here, so we'll have a minute before we have to worry about it. But the most important thing is the edges of the zipper and all of this is lined up. Yeah. Okay. So let's make sure. So let's read it again to make sure we're in the right, because this is where I get confused. Okay. Face up, outer, we did that. Upside down zipper, we did that. We flipped the zipper over upside down. Line up along the top edge with the zipper. Then the liner goes on top of that. Sandwich zipper in. Sew a seam. Okay. So we sandwiched the zipper. It's there. It's sandwiched between the liner. Okay, so there's the back side of the liner. And here's our quilted top facing up. In between is an upside down zipper. The good part of the zipper's over here. This is the bad part, or the back part. Okay. Center it off. Let's rock and roll. We're going to be careful not to sew. We don't want to completely sew our what you calls it zipper tabs onto the fabric. Okay, so stop when you get to about the middle of that, to right where your material starts for the zipper pouch. Zipper pouch for the zipper. Ups. Thank you. Oh boy, mine's going to be super thick, isn't it? Okay, well, we're going to just do the best we can, guys. We want to get close to that outer edge, but we don't want to be completely on the outer edge. So we want to get as close as we can. Let me see, line it up, move it around, see where you're stitching at, guys, because this is tricky part, okay? This is a tricky part. Yeah. Okay. So my advice is to come forward and then go backwards. Yep. Right there. Okay. We're there. All right. I'm ready. I think I'm ready. See, the zipper slides. Now in her videos, she uses double-sided tape here to hold the zipper in place. That is a brilliant idea. It's not a bad idea at all. I just don't have any. All right, we're going to go super slow, and I'm going to watch mine here as I'm doing it because I don't want it to slip. And again, if you know any better technique, I'm all ears, because this is the part I don't like about making these pouches. They're not, to me, they're hard to make. And when I go to move this zipper in a minute, it's going to be a pain. Just telling you, there's my zipper. I'm marking myself. I'm trying to get you where you can see, fellas. Okay, I'm right by my zipper. I got to move it. Okay, so I'm going to lift my footer. Try not to move anything. Like, you're going to try to bare minimal move anything. So let me see. I'm going to hold it here, and I'm going to reach under here and move that zipper back with my other hand without. Okay, I'm moving the zipper back. Don't forget to lift your footer up when you do it. And what's the problem here? There it goes. Okay, then put everything back where it was. And you don't have to move it as much as I did. I just seem to be goofing up. Let me tell you guys something. These girls that get on here and do these great sewing videos and do all this stuff, kudos to them, because it is hard to make a video and concentrate on this for me. Very. Okay, where were we? All right, we're going. Continue on. Where's the end of my tab? Right here. So we don't want to sew the end of the tab on. We just want to stop right before. So you're about there. Let me tell you, that is not easy, guys. Not easy at all. Okay, cut your thread. Now comes the part where, and I'm going to read the instructions, but I believe for the next part, we have to go to the kitchen because we're going to iron. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay. Once I don't know why I stapled it like this, because I'm silly, right? Let me tell you something else these things are great for. If you have a dull one that you only use for your sewing, great stapler remover, which is what I'm doing. Okay, so we did that part. Moving on. Once sewn open, then the right side, okay, I know what to do. All right, let's go in the kitchen. I'm carrying you with me, and then we've got to use the irons. We grab some Coca-Cola. I told you guys, I'm addicted to Coca-Cola. No, I really should be not drinking as much of it as I do because the sugar's so bad for you. What time is it? Oh, it's 5 o'clock already. Wow, it's 5 o'clock. So here we are. We've got our liner here, and here we go. So when you open this up, I did good. Okay, when you open it up, you see all the excess I have? You're going to see the zipper will go either direction. So what we want to do is what her instructions said. Let's see, hold on. Open it up and then right side face down, okay? Press sewn edge with sewn edge towards the lining. Okay, I'm gonna come over there and show you right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do, what they mean, this is where I get confused too, is when you flip your fabric over, okay, here's the front side, here's the back. When you flip it over, there's this seam right here. We want to take it and iron it to where it sticks toward the liner, okay, towards the liner. So let me show you what I mean. In other words, we're going to go and on the good side, I was just showing you on the back side. You're going to take this and we're going to take this. Can you see it? And we're going to flip it this way and iron it down because now we're going to do a top stitch just over this area just to keep it down. Okay. So we just need to iron and make the zipper go towards the liner. And I really got the zipper in there, guys. This is going to be smelled. I've never used this thick of fabric, so I don't know how this is going to work out, but we're going to see. So get your iron ready. We're just simply sewing, ironing our zipper down like that. Okay, so we're going to give it a minute. This is not easy. Let me just say, it is not easy. I'm going to zip my zipper up for this. And then you're going to take the zipper. Here's the zipper standing upright, okay? Push it towards your liner and you want to run an iron on it, okay? Then we're going to go do a stitch right down here, okay? Not stitching the tabs, not the end tabs, okay? We're going to stop right before we reach those. Okay. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So you don't want to do the tabs, the little tabs on the end of your zipper, okay? Look, I did the best I could. I've got mine sewn tight. Yours shouldn't quite be this tight. I think I've got mine a little tight. So when you finish, it should look like this. The zipper should be towards the liner. Do you see it? And then we're going to go in there and we're going to sew right along here, stopping before we reach the tabs. Okay? What about this back side seam? You could do that as well if you want. Kind of do the back side to make it, since the zipper's going in that direction. All right, let's go back in and hit it with the machine. Because then we have to do the same exact thing on the other side. So we'll end up doing the same, what we just did on the other side. So, but there's a little clincher to that. All right, let's turn you around. Let's get ready to sew our seam. We've got the zipper there. Okie doke. This is going to be fun. Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm just going to go ahead and unzip it about halfway just to make sure I don't have any problems. Well, that was my fault, y'all. My thread just came out. That was because of the way I moved it. Okay. How many minutes are we on? 30 minutes? Oh boy. Right. So going through. And then there we go. We're ready to roll. Ready to roll. Okay. So let's go on top. Move the liner out the way. Because you're just reinforcing this. That's all you're doing. You're just reinforcing So I would start actually below that, below the tab. So I would start about right there. All right. I'm ready. I think I'm ready. You ready, guys? As tight as you can, or as close up as you can. Something. Hold on, guys. I'm doing something wrong. You should keep it fast. It's hard because of the lining getting in the way, is what's happening. I am not good at these zippers. Okay, back to where I was. We got this is something else. All this elaborate. Let me tell you, that was not fun. I'm telling you, not fun. Okay, so we got that done. All right, now we've got to repeat on the other side. So we're going to repeat on the other side. Actually, this is kind of fun, guys, because it's a lot like following a recipe, isn't it? Why isn't doing that? This is going to be a good shoot. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I don't need my measuring tape. Take that off my neck. Okay. So now we have to repeat it on the other side. So you should have this seam along here now where your zipper is. Okay. So the next step, hold on, then liner upside down, face down sandwich. Okay, we finished this page. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, bear with me, guys. We're done with that too. Okay, so this is the page that we're on. All right, then face up outer on bottom. So now we're going to go all over again. We're going to do it. So it's face up here. Zipper. And then inner face up. Okay, guys, I'm lost. Hold on a minute. I don't understand my own notes. Isn't that great? Face up. Did that. Then liner upside down. Sandwich zipper in. So seam zipper. Did that. Then face up. Zipper on top and liner face up. Ah, okay. So then face up the outer, okay? Place it on bottom, okay? Then the inner, the liner is going to be face up. right here lined up. I don't like that side. Let's make the straighter side. Lined up to the top of the zipper. Do you get what I'm saying? So the bottom, this is where I always get lost in, and we got it now. The good outer layer is going to be facing up. The zipper's here. You're going to line this fabric up right here to the top of the zipper. Okay. Zipper's up. Yeah, zipper on top. And liner face up. Then the second liner, what? Second liner on top, right side down, sandwiching the zipper. Second liner on top, right side down. Oh, this way. So confused. Oh, I got it. Okay, wait. Hold on, guys. I'm confused. Even on my own notes. Okay, so your other front side. Okay. Other front side. Yeah. Zipper up. Wait. Face up, outer on bottom. Zipper on top. Inner face up. Ah. Wait, let's make sure that's correct, because when you flip it, wait a minute. If it's sewn. So we're going to line it like this. That don't seem right to me, because the zipper should be face down. Guys, I may have to stop here and go refresh my notes and find out what the heck I was saying, because I had it go until this point. This is where I always get confused, is which goes where, and if the zipper's upside down or on top. So we did that seam, and now we have to do the other side just like we did the front side. So I want to say, I thought it was zipper down. I mean, face down. This is face up. And this should be down, is what I thought. Like so. Like so. Yes, I think I'm right. Hold on, guys. I may have it. Like that. And then the other liner, right side down. Like this. I think it goes like this. That way, when you open it up. Okay, guys, I'm going to call this for part two, the end of part two. It's already at 40 minutes. I'm going to go double check this because we're not messing this up. So I'm going to go back to her video and double check my notes, because as you can see, my notes do not look very clear. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, that it should be good side up, this one upside down, and then liner upside down, all because we're going to sew it all on this side of the zipper. But I could be wrong, so I don't want to mess this up, because that is a lot of hard work. So I'm going to go check my notes, and I will be back for part three, where we should be able to finish the product. Hopefully. Correctly. Yeah, not too many more steps. So I'll be back. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.